An update on Stella Damasus and Daniel Ademinokan's alleged marriage breakup, and updates on Fontanez and his ex-wife Precious Chikwendo. Hi guys, you're watching Mchikky series. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. I quite appreciate that. It's good to have you around again. And if you're new to this channel, thank you for clicking on this video. Make yourself comfortable as we get on with this gist. So there has been more reports on Stella Damasus and her estranged husband Daniel Ademinokan concerning their alleged marriage breakup. The report had it that Daniel went into digging. He hired a private investigator who dug into Stella's life, spying all she was doing. Because he believed that she was doing some crooked movement, he hired this private investigator like 3 years ago, and after all the report that he got, he didn't do anything about it. He was still living with her. And the funny thing is that these two people, they kept posting, sharing, expressing their love for themselves and also promoting their relationship online. I don't know why they do that. Probably they just wanted to deceive people and make people feel that their marriage or their relationship is the best, because the relationship was hit by lots of criticism back then when they got together, and they were not even proud enough to disclose the relationship, not till after several years when people started talking that they were able to come up to make it open. According to the report, the private investigator that Daniel hired did a technical forensic job and followed her around for some time, and this he initiated 3 years ago, and he saw a lot of damaging stuff which he didn't want to reveal, but eventually he confronted Stella about that. Unfortunately, Stella denied everything, and that was what pushed him to leave the marriage allegedly. However, the church members and other close friends are still on their matter, trying to see if they'll be able to resolve, if they'll be able to come back together. But I don't know how possible that one is, because Daniel and the son already left the place where they were staying with Stella, and they are now living in another location in the United States. And a lot of people have been reacting to this. They believe that it's the karma, the law of karma, that visited Stella, because in the first place she took away Daniel from Doris Simon, who is also a Nollywood actress, and lots of people are of the opinion that there was nothing wrong with the marriage between Daniel and Doris before Stella came into them and snatched away Daniel, allegedly. So looking at all this, people are also thinking that probably Daniel might go back to Doris Simon so that they can continue their marriage where they stopped. But I don't know how possible that is, because these two people separated long time ago, if I'm not mistaken, like 9 years ago. So I don't know how possible that is, if Doris has not even moved on with another person, although right now I don't know where she is. So another thing I want to say, for people, when they see pictures all over internet or whatever people post on their pages on social media, they get bothered about that. This guy who has done investigation on Stella 3 years ago, and he was still playing around with her, they were still playing along, deceiving people. Just imagine that. So it's not always good to take to heart whatever you see on social media. Probably it's for jokes or it's for entertainment or whatever you call it. So you just focus on your lane and leave people with their business. So guys, this is still a developing story. I'll follow up with this story and keep you guys updated on this. And moving on to Femi Fontanez and his estranged wife, Precious Chikwendo. In my last video, I spoke about how this story has different versions. Some people are blaming Precious, while some people are blaming Fontanez. And Fontanez saying that he will sue Stella Damasus for breaking the news, saying that it's because of DV, domestic violence. And at the end of the day, I saw other videos on YouTube talking about it, where Precious' aunt and uncle spoke in favor of FFK. But now I stumbled a post on Facebook by the elder sister by name Priska G. Ndoka. She was so infuriated why the aunt and the uncle should be siding FFK, when in the actual fact they know the cause, and they know that the man has been beating her since ever he got married to her, allegedly. So I'll go on and read the post she put up on Facebook. She also made it clear that Precious has her own issues, she has her own problem. The post is quite lengthy, it's very long. So she said that the reason why I want to read it is that I want to capture it the way she stated it. I wouldn't want to report it and miss a lot of things. So she wrote, "It is disheartening when people you look up to and who should have your back turn against you because of monetary gain. I have kept silence on this issue, but it's time We took a stand. Reverend Oke Onyemwechi and Joy Onyemwechi, you both cannot deny knowing that my sister's husband beat her. Auntie Joy Onyemwechi, you have witnessed him beating her severally, especially during pregnancy. I have had discussions with both of you severally about her leaving that marriage before he kills her, but you both said she has to stay on. It makes no sense her leaving him without anything after giving him sons. When my mom was still there, the excuse was her staying on was that he was paying her medical bills, which he actually did, she said. Yes, the incident with the knife occurred, but the truth you purposely ignored is that she picked that knife to protect herself from being beaten again, and you both know it. Furthermore, Uncle Oke, I use the word uncle / aunt lightly because you, in my opinion, don't deserve it. But I would rather use it than call you reverend or pastor, because your actions are a letdown to that title. You were not there when the knife incident happened, so it amazes me how you have this detailed false description of what happened that day. Now, to obvious facts, even if Precious had a mental breakdown like you claim, who wouldn't? Considering what she had to go through in that house for almost 6 years, a house she had no say in, a house where she was constantly beaten and humiliated before staff and sometimes visitors, a house where one who calls himself a husband will call and pay pastors to give their fake prophecies against his wife, one of which is that she has spiritual problem and she's only living because she's under his spiritual covering, that the day she leaves his spiritual covering, she will die. You are aware of this. First, we were born and raised in Makurdi, Benue State. We weren't the kind of family that travel every year. We sometimes went home once in 5 years. And the stay is probably for 2 weeks, spanning Christmas and New Year. In that 2 weeks, we only spent about 2 days in Umuahia, my maternal home. You are home. As we grew up, the visits became fewer, and in between, when you guys did visit Makurdi, the visits were never for long. In fact, Uncle Oke, I never got to know you till I was about 13 or so. Auntie Joy, you never spent more than 2 weeks in a year at our home, and so many years you totally never showed up. How then was the opinion formed that my sister has been mentally disturbed and violent from childhood? I'm over 3 years her senior, and I'm sure I should have known. Precious has her fault. She has made mistakes she has paid for and is still paying for, but she's your niece, your blood, your family. She does not deserve the label you have given her and all the lies I woke up to against her today. Turning against her the way you have doesn't speak well of you and irrespective of the ministry you both represent. Please stop telling people that you're representing the Onyemwechi family, because you're not. The opinion of two does not speak for the entire family, and I'm aware you both did this on your own. That said, I leave you both to God's judgment. We are orphans and have no one to speak for us, but we are unified and believe that God will speak for us. For all you've done, God will answer. You will surely reap the reward. On behalf of my siblings and I rest my case. I find this story very heartbreaking and sad, and most especially when the lady has already moved out of the house, leaving her children behind. People should learn to ask questions before they go into marriages. Even when they know that the man has had previous wife, some of them don't even ask question what happened, what made the first wife to leave, or even what made the second wife to leave. And most often young ladies jump into marriage without asking pertinent question. When the man has given you the answer, it's left to you to go behind and make your inquiries and really find out the true situation, because sometimes some of these men, they lie. FFK has not just had one wife, he has had 3 wives before this young lady. She's very, very young, and the families, they're now feeling that he actually used her to achieve his means by producing male children for him. At the end of the day, she's pushed out like this. I hope they're able to reconcile and get back together, but I don't know what the situation is at the moment. But the funny thing is that even if they don't get back together, because it depends on what the problem is, there's another slave queen at one corner targeting to still move into that house, because people will never learn. Women or ladies will never learn. They take it for granted. Okay, probably the lady is not good for him. I will be good for him. You're not going to be good for him. You can't be better than the first one. At the end of the day, the same broom they used to sweep the feet of the other one, they also use it for you. So I don't know what you guys think about it. Let me know what your thoughts are on this issue. I'm gonna sign off here. Stay healthy and safe. Remember to share this video with family and friends if you love it, and give it a thumbs up if you like it because it helps with the algorithm. And subscribe to my channel if you've not done already, and I'm gonna catch you in my next video. Bye.